Ancient Egypt was a land of great civilization, power, and mystery. The land was divided into two regions, Upper and Lower Egypt, each with its own ruler and culture. Before we start, if you are interested in our content, do not forget to support us with a like and subscribe to the channel to encourage us to publish more. Upper Egypt, located in the southern region, was symbolized by the white crown, while Lower Egypt, located in the northern region, was symbolized by the red crown. These two regions were often at odds with each other, with Upper Egypt launching several invasions against Lower Egypt in an attempt to unify the land. However, it was not until the reign of King Narmer, also known as Menes, that Egypt was finally unified into a single kingdom around 3100 BCE. King Narmer's famous palette depicts the unification of Egypt, with the king wearing both the white and red crowns, symbolizing his power over both regions. The palette also shows the king defeating his enemies in battle, as well as other important events from his reign. Hieroglyphics were used to record important events and stories from ancient Egypt, and they provide us with a window into the culture and beliefs of this ancient civilization. King Narmer's successors continued to rule over a unified Egypt, with King Menes, also known as King Mines, being credited with founding the first dynasty of pharaohs. The pharaohs were believed to be divine rulers, with the power to control the forces of nature and protect their people from harm. They were buried in elaborate tombs, filled with treasures and offerings that they believed would help them in the afterlife. The ancient Egyptian society was divided into three main classes: the pharaohs, the nobility, and the commoners. At the top of the social hierarchy were the pharaohs, who were considered to be divine rulers and were believed to be the living embodiment of the gods. They were responsible for maintaining order and stability in the society, and were also responsible for overseeing the religious ceremonies and rituals. The nobility, who were the second highest class in the social hierarchy, were comprised of high-ranking officials, priests, and military commanders. They were responsible for managing the day-to-day affairs of the kingdom and were also responsible for overseeing the construction of temples, monuments, and other public works. The commoners, who made up the majority of the population, were responsible for working the land, producing food, and providing labor for construction projects. They were also responsible for paying taxes to the pharaohs and the nobility. Within each class, there were also subclasses based on occupation and wealth. For example, the nobility was divided into different ranks, with the highest rank being the royal family and the lowest being the minor officials. Similarly, the commoners were divided into farmers, artisans, and laborers. Despite the existence of these social classes, it's important to note that social mobility was possible in ancient Egypt. For example, a commoner could rise to a higher class by acquiring wealth or by serving in the military. Similarly, a member of the nobility could fall from grace and lose their status if they were found guilty of a crime or if they fell out of favor with the pharaoh. The legacy of the pharaohs lives on in the magnificent monuments they left behind, such as the pyramids, temples, and the Great Sphinx, which continue to fascinate people from all over the world to this day.